Checkity check check. I am Mary, and I was born in Missouri, and I live in Texas. Welcome to our video.
Or something like that.
Or something like that. Probably hanging out with my family. My favorite part of last year is hanging out with my family. Probably. My favorite Spanish word is probably nosotros. I think it means together. I like the bird that isn't the girl cardinal, but it looks like one. The parallaxia. I saw it by South Padre. On South Padre Island, I think. A place that I'm glad that I went last year is probably South Padre Island with my family. My favorite books are The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. No, probably The Hobbit. I really liked the ones, the Narnia collection, Ella Enchanted, and the ones by her, and A Tale of Two Cities.
Tale of Two Cities?
Castles, and Ever. My favorite time with the students is probably when we had a bonfire. No. My favorite time with the students is probably coffee break when I got to talk with them in Spanish.
Okay. Good.
Very nice, John Pippin. You look good.
You've talked about
I do.
John Pippin, you want me to...
My favorite parts of last year. Well, Bonfire 1, Bonfire 2, going to the Airbnb and swimming in the pool. For some reason, I can't think of anything else. I have no idea. These are probably like the most boring words most boring Spanish words in the whole Spanish. To say Spanish words.
It makes you embarrassed?
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't. Taco. Yo quiero taco. Yo me gusta tacos. Favorite sighting of animal or place? Wow. No, probably wasn't when we found 18 jellyfish.
What
We
did you
found
say?
18 jellyfish washed up from the ocean. Some were huge, some were tiny. And I got these marks because I poked my finger all the way through the jellyfish. Well, I used to have red marks all over my fingers because I poked a jellyfish all the way through with my finger. And I killed it. I killed it. A quote from Charlie Brown. I haven't read that much books. Okay. A book I liked last year was The Dragon Lord Saga Volume 3. The Dragon Lord Saga Volumes 3, Dragons and Desperados. I can't think of my favorite time with students. The comedor. Which when they weren't noticing me and I was just eating my food. Speaking to strangers. Even if I know them. If they're adults that aren't my family.
What does Commodore mean in English?
Cafeteria. I like Flamin' Hot Cheetos. My favorite part of last year was going to the pool. I only can remember one that I like. ¿Cómo estás? That's the only one I can remember. ¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien. ¿Tú? ¿Cómo estás?
Bien. ¿Cómo estás means how are you? My favorite place was when we were in the car and we saw the deer. That's hard. Say my favorite book. Well, I do like books. My favorite book is I Want to Be Your Personal Penguin from now on. My favorite time with the students was at Koinonia. Free Cookie Friday, I like to be with them because I get to get a cookie, do a Spanish word with them.
All right. Leah.
I think my favorite parts of last year was probably going to the wedding, going to the beach, or either tortuga or nosotros. My favorite Spanish word is either tortuga or nosotros. Tortuga means turtle and nosotros means we. My favorite place I went to, I think, was Las Maples. Las Maples is not Spanish, even though it kind of sounds there. It's Lost Maples. I have a lot of books. My favorite book in school that I read was, I think, Where the River Begins. My favorite time with Bible students in the college was when I was running in the Marathon, which is a marathon, a kind of short one. I really like to do tricks on my quarterstaff that I got for Christmas.
All right, now we have to remember what we're supposed to talk about. So I taught last spring for the first time. You taught in the fall for the first time. Now I'm teaching again, and now you're teaching a class that's 2 classes a week instead of 1. So those are some changes. Those are some recaps. Have you enjoyed it?
I've loved it. I really have. It's been so exciting. I'm a little bit nervous to start the semester with 2 days a week, but I also think it's going to be even better in some ways because it won't feel so rushed and I'll be able to have more time working with the students. Last semester was their very first semester. These are students who are learning English in the bilingual program of the college. And so last semester, for the most part, they're very, very basic English speakers. They started out with a lot more English than I expected for level 1. All of them were had a little bit of English already, but from the beginning of the semester to the end was a huge leap for them. And I'm really excited. This is their final semester of English, and then they'll be going back to Bible classes in Spanish. So I feel like this is the semester to really help them practice and practice and practice. I teach writing, but the idea is to put into practice what they learn in their grammar class while also fine-tuning their writing, because there isn't a lot of writing homework in their grammar class, mostly just sentence repeating. So I'm really excited. Can I tell about... No, we're recapping last.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm really excited about the final project. I think it's going to be really cool. They are going to be writing a prayer newsletter update as their final project, recapping this coming semester. So I'm excited to see how that goes and give them a way to use their English practically.
Good job.
Thanks.
So for me, I'm like the kids. What has just happened is what's recent on my mind. But last year, a few things, I guess, that stick on my mind. One, the student worker that helped me to launch the podcast graduated. So I've been managing that on my own. And then end of last year, I got promoted to director of media instead of just the media department manager, which I was managing video, graphic design, social media, photography. And now I'm in charge of the radio and video department and everything media related, pretty much. And that's a big jump. And really what it means is I report directly to the president now, and those video and radio teams report to me, and I'm responsible to lead them, not with like vision and leadership and all of that missionally, but also spiritually. And so that's a challenge. And also the president has, Larry Wendell has shared with me about how he feels we do need to grow in the area of podcasts, since that audience is growing and the radio audience in general is declining. So that's something else. And so finding ways to do that. And it's exciting, the new projects and things, but also challenging. One of the big questions last year and this year has been, who will do the work with me? Because my team of student workers has been growing smaller and smaller as our on-campus student body has been growing smaller. And that's maybe something to share as well. The amount of students we have is growing, but online students is what's growing. And then now through our satellite campuses, one starting up in August in South Dakota, and another one, Lord willing, soon starting up in Mexico. Our student body will be growing in those ways, but our on-campus, right here, students is growing smaller, and you can definitely see that this semester. We only have 4 Bible students, so there's some Spanish students that also, but 4 Bible students, because instead of about 50% of visas being denied, around almost 90%, 80 to 90% of the visas that were applied for were denied by the U.S. government. So that is a challenge for us, and a challenge to adapt and ask, Lord, what are you doing? How will you provide? Where are you at work, and how can we join you in that work? Those are some of my big questions that I've had. And I've been able to see the Lord answer, and I think He's going to answer even further. But training up pastors, missionaries, and Christian leaders, Christian teachers, that remains the goal. Mm-hmm. And in the media department up till now, I've gotten to train a lot of students in media, and then also just with leadership skills and management skills and communication. Everything, it seems like everything boils down to communication a lot of times, being able to communicate well with others. And now I get to do that with the radio team, and we need your guys' prayers and support for that, for balancing family. So like between Sarah teaching and me working, we definitely have some tag teaming going on for teaching the kids at homeschooling them and taking care of them. And then also, so balancing the priorities of family and then ministry. Please pray for us. But the work belongs to the Lord, and we're excited to see Him continue to be at work.
Amen.
So any other things we need to mention? We have seen the Lord provide financially, especially at this end of the year, in a way that whenever I saw just how the Lord has given to us and provided for us through your giving, that was a huge blessing. And we still have work to do with our financial support, but the Lord has definitely provided, and that was such a blessing to see. And it is always an encouragement to get your little notes and praying for you and things like that in response to our reports, or sometimes just you guys writing to us and saying that you're praying for us. Mm-hmm. I see that it's getting darker. The sun is going down as we make this video, so bear with us with the lighting. Our ministry account, that is what we get funded by, ended with over $4,000 more in it at the end of the year than at the beginning of the year. And that's a blessing.
Yeah. I think also I would like to share that I think in this last year, the Lord has really been, especially more recently, the Lord's really been showing us how faithful He is and that He really is our provider of everything, of finances, of time, of resources, of patience. And it's been really cool to have our faith grown, to see more clearly how the Lord is providing and how we really can trust Him with everything. So that's been a great takeaway from 2025.
And one of my prayers is that we will have faith like the disciples had in the boat with Jesus after He calmed the storm, but that we would have that faith even in the middle of the storm. That's been something that I've been thinking about and seeking to have. So final prayer request: pray for our family as we disciple our children and teach them, that the Lord would help us to prioritize well. And then in ministry, we would also prioritize well, but He'd help us to be effective in our work of serving the students, serving through media and radio. And then that the Lord would continue to provide for us financially so that we can continue to do our work here. And that He would guide us to the right people to partner with, that would want to partner with us in this work that God is doing, and be able to get excited with us about it. Probably we should let the kids back in.
Yeah, we should probably wrap it up so that...
Hopefully we'll have a new prayer card. Hopefully we'll have a new prayer card soon. We took our prayer card picture today. It's the 80th anniversary of Rio Grande Bible Ministries this year, so we're celebrating. I got to help make the logo with my team. All right, I think that's it for now. Hopefully there's nothing major that we've forgotten. If so, we'll have to figure out a way to add it in later. So take care. God bless. Thank you so much for your support and for being with us in this ministry.
Thank you. You gotta cut out all the gaps, right?
Yeah, major editing.